Yo, with y'all niggas, man. It's that boy Tay, Selfmade Tay, aka BK Tay, all that good shit. And look though, on true nigga shit though, I'm fucking with this reaction shit. For a simple fact, damn, I smell like Dior. Hold up. But Dior, y'all know anything about that fucking Dior? That shit smells so good, bro. No fucking cap. But look though, doing a little quick reaction right now. Um, America's Dumbest Criminals, how Chef G's, blah, 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 blah. I ain't hear all that shit. One thing I know about these Chef G niggas, these New York niggas, one thing I know about these New York niggas, no matter if you Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, or what's that fifth one? Queens. I don't know if I said Queens already. I'm loaded. These niggas is always gonna get caught by them boys every time. You know what I'm saying? Every time. It never fails. Hold up. I'm be right back. Give me 1 second. Damn. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all niggas, I should have probably told y'all niggas to skip a couple seconds before type shit. I wasn't going for that long. Uh, yeah, let's watch these goofy ass niggas. But like I was saying before I left, these New York niggas, they always end up getting caught. Rico, 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 Rico. Bro, you in the biggest city in the country. I think New York is one of the cities that brings in the most money in the world, I think. Don't give me the line.
Welcome back to another episode of Swamp Stories. For this video, we cover a major story in the recent news. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. You can also follow the Instagram page as well. So let's get into it. Over the last 10 years, New York City has been one of the safest cities in America. In fact,
Facts.
in some years it's had lower crime than European cities like London and Paris. Much of this is attributed to cameras, strict laws, and district attorneys actually prosecuting crime. Because of this, being a criminal in New York is one of the dumbest things a person can do. There's no getting away with anything. It's just a matter of time before your name pops up in the next indictment. This all reigns true even for the worst part of the city, which happens to be the Bronx. Believe it or not, the Big Bad Bronx has a lower homicide rate than Seattle and even San Diego in 2022. But for this video, we focus on Brooklyn, specifically the Flatbush neighborhood. Historically, the neighborhood has been a stronghold for Crips, but in typical New York fashion, everything changes by generation. And for this generation, things are complicated and
One thing about New York niggas, they be having some nice ass hair. You know what I'm saying? Like they be mixed with all type of shit. They be like LA niggas. They got some good ass hair. Like this nigga, he got some good ass hair. I don't know what type of shit they got over there, but they be taking good care of that shit.
As police explain it, everything goes by specific buildings and specific blocks. For example, one set will claim a building and their rivals will claim the building directly across the street. None of it makes sense to outsiders, but in New York, that's just how things operate. Well, starting around 2014, Flatbush became divided into 4 sections, all claiming different buildings. First, you have the Insane Crips, also known as the ICG Babies. The Babies cover 2 very small sections of Flatbush. One is a small project located on 131 East.
They got a lot of projects
Street.
in New York.
This is their main territory and it's known as the Castle. Next, they have a small territory.
Really, that's all you got to. There's no. I don't think there's no suburbs on like, Long Island. I think that's what it's called, like the New York Island that it's on. I don't think it's no suburbs, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's all like city. You know what I'm saying? Don't
territory
give me.
located
I
on
never. I've been in New
premises,
York when I
which
was
is known
8.
as
That's
their
a long time
second
ago.
hood. ICG happened to be the smallest set and have the least territory in Flatbush. Next, you have the Folk Nation Gangster Disciples, who are spread out throughout Flatbush. The set originated in Chicago and made their way into New York City in the 1990s. Well, in Flatbush, they cover 4 different sections: H Block, NLC, Ebbets, and most importantly, the 50s. Well, ICG Babies and the Folk Nation are both rivals of the next 2 sections.
Bro, stop saying Folk Nation. Just say GE. Bro, listen. And one thing I'm gonna say about this video shit, I'm gonna figure out how to get this bit rate and shit good. Bro, just give me some time. You know what I'm saying? I'm really figuring this shit out. I'm gonna get used to this shit. I'm really saying that because it's gonna piss me off when I'm back editing this shit, which I don't think I'm gonna edit. So if you skipped that one part, you're a real one for that, because I ain't want y'all niggas waiting. But bro, just say GD, my nigga. Folk Nation GD. This a nigga from the West Coast. This stories nigga. First of all, these white niggas get on the computer, the microphone just like I'm on, behind this motherfucker without the camera. Like instead of you looking like that, it's looking like this. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is behind nothing. You don't know if they look like nothing, but they making these stories and getting people indicted and all type of shit. Well, niggas usually be already indicted, so I can't blame it on them. But they making these stories about how we living and shit. They profiting off us. Cause we the fucking dumbest race in the world right now. We the most powerful, but we the dumbest, cause we so easily misled by tomfoolery.
First, let me introduce you to the 9 Ways G-Stone Crips. These guys hold.
You see how that shit say? Hold on, let me show you guys something.
First,
You see I say AKA, 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 AKA. Bro, the police know everything. You think the police know some shit? They know some shit. That's my Dior and weed. They know some shit. I'm telling you, son. I'm telling you. No cap. Nigga, the police know everything. So stop posting all that shit on the internet. Stop doing all that shit, bro, because y'all niggas fucking it up for the real niggas out here, for real. I'm a real nigga. I'm a real stand-up nigga. You know what I'm saying? I probably smack your hoe. I ain't gonna smack no bitch. I'm just playing. Hey, but I'm a ladies man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I got the hair fucked up and shit, but I usually keep myself up. I'm really just on some grinding shit right now, but I usually keep myself up. I keep myself up. I like talking to women. You know what I'm saying? I like getting money. I'm a player. You know what I'm saying? If shit gotta get like that, it gonna get like that. But I'm not out there looking for a nigga, trying to chase a nigga down. Oh, I just caught Albert Draco. Now I make songs and shit. Some of that shit I be in there. I be like, bro, this type of shit they be listening to. So I'm gonna put some up in there to razzle dazzle, just to get motherfuckers on the edge. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna kill a nigga, blah 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 blah. Nigga,
let me
fuck up.
introduce you to the
But I'm saying the post on everything. That's all I was saying.
9 Ways G-Stone Crips. These guys hold down the largest single territory of them all, and this territory happens to be the most treacherous as well. On top of this, these guys are known to cause problems anywhere they go. And finally, we have what everyone is here for. The 8-Tray Crips are easily the biggest and baddest section of them all. Their first territory is known as the Cadden 8-Tray, located in East Flatbush. The large territory actually has the ICG Castle located right in the middle of it, which makes things complicated. Next, you have the 40s, and finally the flossy 80s.
See how this nigga on the, you see how this nigga on the motherfucking, this is a Google, like I can Google up a gang map. Like I can go to Google and type in gang maps of New York or Brooklyn, Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? And look that shit up and it'll show everything on it. I can look it up where I'm at right now in Houston. I can look up all that shit. I did it before. You know what I'm saying? This nigga the police, bro.
And finally the flossy 80s.
I ain't gonna pause it no more.
Well, with 9 ways and all of these 8-Tray sections together, it makes for a pretty powerful force. And according to police, they're all led by a very important man. Let me introduce you to...
They only saying that he the leader? My bad. I said I'm gonna pause it. I'm a fucking liar. They only saying he the leader because he the rapper with the money. That's why when I get big on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Of course I'm gonna be on your hoe trying to make that bitch go, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you look like Snow, you hear me? But I'm not, no, bro. I don't got no gang behind me. My name EBK Tay, Selfmade Tay. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I ain't no gang member, nothing. I don't got nobody under me, unless it's people that signed to me as a employee. They only saying that because they see that he got a gang with him. Think about it. The white people see you getting all this money from rap and shit. They think it's from rap, but you got a whole gang behind you. They got killings, all this shit. What they gonna do? You fucking up their whole city, son. Literally, you fucking up their whole city. New York, People want to come to New York, you know? Let me stop pausing this. So I know y'all like this nigga talking like DJ Ghost and shit all day. Fuck y'all.
Michael Williams, commonly known as Chef G. Chef was raised on Church Avenue and came under the man who's credited with bringing 8 Trey to Brooklyn. Well, in his teenage years, Chef G began rapping and gained a major buzz throughout
I fuck
the
when
city.
he had a song called
And
No
quickly
Suburban.
After just a year of rapping and gained a major buzz throughout the city. And quickly
You telling me y'all let this nigga go around these fucking 2 ponytails, son? I ain't gonna lie, I hate y'all niggas. I hate y'all niggas. First of all, look at the niggas you around. You around, nigga, my little cousin Day Day. You around a fucking Guatemalan terrorist. I ain't gonna say terrorist on here, my bad. You around Guatemalan Goofy. You around a nigga who got a fucking his hat all the way to the front. Like all of his shit ain't cocked. Ain't y'all GDs or y'all Crips? Y'all Crips. I don't know if y'all, I don't know if Crips cock they shit, but y'all this shit. But look at this nigga hair, bro. He like nigga like auntie this bitch. Oh, that shirt kind of dumb as shit.
after just a year of rapping, he began getting 5 to 10 million views on each of his songs. Personally, I can say that he's
'Cause
one
he was
of the
dissing
only
niggas.
New York drill rappers that isn't a complete joke. But he isn't the only popular rapper in the 8 Trey circle. By his side is another popular rapper named Tegan Chambers.
Nobody heard of
commonly
him.
known as Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, okay.
And just like Chef G,
I heard
this
of him.
guy blew up in music as well. Together, the two began taking over the drill scene, but little did people know they were also living wild lives in the streets. It all began in the spring of 2019 when 9 Ways and 8 Trey officially clicked up. This was a force to be reckoned with, but it wasn't exactly the smartest group of men.
I'm gonna be right back. Y'all, hey, look, skip probably like 30 seconds to see my face again. So you see this beautiful face that hasn't been cut in a month. See, give me 1 second. Hope y'all niggas skip that motherfucker. Hope y'all niggas skip that bitch. I told niggas to skip about 30 seconds. So it's on you if y'all just sitting there looking at this motherfucking screen, March 2019. Ooh, bars. Bitch.
In March of 2019, Chef G decided to make a group
It's hard
chat
the
with
niggas be on the internet.
all of the 8 Trey and 9 Ways members. And to clarify, this wasn't Jack phones or WhatsApp. This was everyone's personal iMessage. To make matters worse, inside
Hold up, what he said?
or WhatsApp group of men. In March, this was a force to be reckoned with, but it wasn't exactly the smartest group of men. In March of 2019, Chef G decided to make a group chat with all of the 8 Trey and 9 Ways members. And to clarify, this wasn't Jack phones or WhatsApp. This was everyone's personal iMessage. To make matters worse, inside the group chat, they discussed the specifics on when and where they're gonna slide on the rivals. And on the morning of May 24th, 2019, Chef G would make a Facebook post that kicked everything off. The post stated 4 gang, allegedly egging on members to make a move. And later that night, a move would be made. 10 p.m. A 9 Ways member named Shamari Hudson takes a trip down to...
Damn, he's snitching for sure. Look at Cuddy face.
A 9...
He's snitching. He's snitching. Look, bruh. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Listen, I ain't doing no fucking crime, son. No crime. I don't give a fuck. I ain't doing no crimes, period. You know? He's snitching.
9 Ways member named Shamari Hudson takes a trip down to the Folk Nation 50s. After running up and down their blocks, he finally notices a member on Clarkson Avenue. And that's when he makes his move. Bang.
Oh, this beat
Thankfully, the
hard.
man was okay, but for some reason, Shomari didn't think this was the case.
This beat hard. How do I
Only
put
30 minutes after doing this, Shomari would text the group chat.
Got a bad
He said,
bitch.
I
She
just
suck
made
a dick in the
hot
back
50s.
of the neck,
Check the
bitch.
Citizen app.
Hey,
For
sliding
people
down,
who
trying
don't
to
know,
splash
the
shit.
Citizen app is
His
an
head
alert
with that
system where
man and his
people can
cat
see
bitch.
police
Hey,
reports in real
fuck
time.
Swamp Stories. He a
About an
fact.
hour
No, I'm
later,
just
the
playing.
8-Tray and 9ways members
My bad. I ain't want to listen to that shit.
check
Hold
the
on, my bad.
Citizen app. He would text the group chat. He said, I just made hot in the 50s. Check the Citizen app.
Wait, what?
Mari didn't think
I noticed
was
all
the
public
case.
rappers. I noticed all public records too. So that's how you get the information. Because they got the Rico going.
Only 30 minutes after doing this, Shomari would text the group chat. He said, I just made hot in the 50s. Check the Citizen app. For people who don't know, the Citizen app is an alert system where people can see police reports in real time. Well, about an hour later, the
Learn something new every day.
members would respond telling him that he didn't do a good enough job. So to prove his worth, Shomari would slide again 2 days later, March 26, 2019. Shomari runs down to the 50s again, but this time he hits nothing but plywood and decides not to text the group chat. Well, in typical New York fashion, nothing would happen over the next year except for numerous diss tracks and multiple social media posts. First, a 9ways
I
member
thought he smoked the nigga. I thought he smoked the nigga.
named Mark Wright would post on Facebook saying, free all my ops, and when they get home, they get popped too. Then an 8-Tray member named RJ Flossie
Just remind y'all, the police, this is all documented by police. This nigga who doing this shit, he don't know what the fuck. He wasn't watching these niggas. This is all documented by the police in a Rico case, obviously. So the police pay attention to everything.
would say, when I spin the Veers, I bet I make it back. This refers to the Vanderveers estate, a Folk Nation project. Well, after posting this, he would actually come through on his promise. August 6, 2020, RJ Flossie drives to the Folk
These
Nation
niggas waited a year to
area in
get on some
rented
step and shit.
Mercedes C300. He passes through the infamous Vanderveer estates where members can usually be found. And on Foster Avenue, he spots 5 rival members outside. Thankfully, nothing was hit but plywood, but for some reason, RJ Flossie thought differently. Later that night, he would text the group chat and tell them to check the Citizen app. After finding out that no one was hit, let's just say that Chef G was not pleased. Even though he was making major bags,
These niggas trash.
his mind was still in the streets of Brooklyn. Overall, he was not satisfied with what his squad was doing. So in September of 2020, he decided to help out all of his members. To do this, he got in contact with another 8-Tray set. Somehow, Chef G was able to get in contact with the 8-Tray Crips in Sumter, South Carolina. And after befriending
Guys.
them, he was able to get them to drive up to New York City with all kinds of blowers.
I knew
The guys
that.
in Sumter would legally purchase them there and then flip them to Chef G for double. On September 19th, the delivery would arrive, and Chef G would then make a terrible decision. He would take a picture of all the items and send it to the group chat. He would then say, when we touch, it's Royal Rumble. The message had many of the members excited and ready to go. Of course, one of these was RJ Flossie, and he was the first member to respond. The next day at 12:50 p.m., he texts his fellow member Shamar Brown, also known as Dottie. He asks him, yo, what's the wave today? Are we hunting or not?
What's the wave? It's what's the word, dog. That's why all these white niggas don't know shit. It's what's the word. What's that word? Stupid ass nigga.
Dottie responds with a simple answer. Duh. Now that members were ready to slide, all they needed was a car to do it in. So at 6:30 p.m., 5 members meet up and run around Brooklyn looking for a car to take. At 6:37,
And that's when I'm gonna stop this video. Stay tuned for part 2. Stay tuned for part 2. Make sure niggas follow me on Instagram and shit.